Colby, do you know what the best advice I've ever heard was?
No, Barry, what is that?
Just because you kiss ass, don't mean you get ass. The moment I heard that, I was like, "Oh, that has to be the motto for today's for this week's movie, right?"
That was a good line. Yes, it was.
What's going on, guys? My name is Barry,
And this is Colby.
and this is Who Watches This.
Theme music.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the last movie of Rip-Off Month.
Yep.
And I'm kind of surprised because this is probably one of the more recent movies we've ever done.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I think
Right. Yeah, because when we did Psycho Gorman was pretty recent when we did it, but typically we're going.
like 5-10 years deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this came out this year. And man, what a movie.
I feel like, did this get a theater release or did this get pandemic shelved?
Oh, this got pandemic shelved. It looked like it was supposed to come out last year, October.
Okay.
During Halloween. And then, of course, the pandemic hit, so they released it in February 2021, but then maybe I think they just did it stream instead.
Okay, yeah.
If you guys don't know what movie we're talking about 2021's Willy's Wonderland starring Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Even when it's not his month, he gets movies on the
yes.
podcast.
Right now, I was just talking. There was like, man, there's so many. Like, there was another Nicolas Cage movie I also just watched that I really enjoyed. I was like, we got to make him an annual month. Like, what's Nicolas Cage's birthday? And then we'll just make.
Oh, we'll do it on his birth month?
Yeah.
All right, let's look it up because Nicolas Cage has transcended into so many levels of acting.
Yeah.
Or what is it called? A thespianism. I don't know. It's January. So are you saying that and he's from Long
We
Beach.
start start the year off right with Nicolas Cage movies.
I mean, the dude has a deep filmography, right? Like he's been in a lot of movies.
Right.
And the most recent ones are my favorite because they're just he is just filming to feed his comic book addiction. Yeah, it's awesome that the guy lives in Vegas, right?
He does, yes.
Right? But yeah, if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't heard of Willy's Wonderland, the reason why it is on Rip-Off Month is that it is a very loosely, not based, but copying.
I'm not even sure loosely is. I think it is very closely ripping off.
Five
Nights at Freddy's.
Yes. If you look on the wiki page, also there's another one called
The Banana Splits
movie, which I don't know. Is that a horror film?
So
I know you've seen it.
It was a 70s children's TV show. And then they made it into a horror movie. And I think that was probably 2020 or 2021.
Oh, okay. Oh, 2019.
2019. Okay,
there
so then
go.
it's ripping off that one as well.
But they don't have Nicolas Cage's gravitas.
No, and that's why you were like, I haven't heard of this one.
Wait. So was the Banana Splits, was that an actual show?
It was an actual, I think it was a Sid and Marty Krofft TV show with, it was H.R. Puffin stuff and the Banana Splits and Sigmund the Sea Monster.
See, the 70s is
Boogaloos.
The 70s was sort of the time where you can get a malt shake at the pharmacy.
Yeah, they were. I think it was like, hey, we want to do some kid shows, but we are really bad at animation. But if everybody just puts on a big fuzzy costume, we could just...
Oh, that's even more terrifying.
Yeah.
Grown adults in costumes. There's something less menacing about a man's hand in a puppet versus a full body puppet.
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of like... It was a much more fun Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really like Teletubbies. Maybe the fact that they were British kind of like threw me off. I'm sad though because then I never really developed the British accent. Because did you hear about those children that were watching the Peppa Pig cartoon?
No, I remember Peppa Pig.
Right? Apparently they watched it so much that they started to develop a British accent.
Excellent.
That's why, like, man, if you just stuck to it, it would be the weirdest British accent if you went to London.
Yeah.
They were like, "Where are you from?" He's like, "Oh, L.A." He's like, are you just copying us? He's like, "No, no, I'm not. I'm from Los Angeles." Oh man, oh. So if you guys don't know what this movie is about, it's a pretty straightforward film.
Yes.
It's only 88 minutes long. But this pretty simple premise is I'm just gonna go to a slight details and then we'll talk about more details.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go through a slight overview. We have Nicolas Cage who gets stuck in apparently. Do we have a Hayesville in Nevada? It must
not
be,
that I know of.
It must be like near Reno area.
Yeah, because Vegas has got not Vegas. Nevada's got a lot of little tiny towns.
Yeah.
Which you've like heard of. 3 of the Nevada towns. You have like Reno, Carson City, Las Vegas, Henderson, North Las Vegas. They're all part of Vegas.
Yeah, they're all Vegas.
But then there's a bunch of little towns that no one's ever heard of.
All right, that's true. But basically what happens is that his car gets Jeepers Creepers in this backwater woods road, and then he gets towed. He doesn't have cash to pay the tow, but he could work it off by cleaning up Willy's Wonderland, which is just this universe's versions of a Chucky's.
Yeah, the Chuck E. Cheese.
Right, or Peter Piper Pizza.
Yep.
And things ensue. We find out the animatronics are possessed by a satanic worshipping cult that like to murder people. And we have the kids try to burn it down. We have Nicolas Cage just trying to do his job.
Right, just clean.
I'm having like a really hard time talking today. I'm like,
because you're so excited about this movie.
It really, it's sort of like Nicolas Cage in this movie is like a anime main character with overpower stats, right? Because everyone that's been fed to these mechanical like possessed monsters, right, have been murdered except for Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And so everything really, that's pretty much the premise of this movie, but let's get a little bit more into the dough, right?
Yeah.
So like as soon as like everything else is sort of just like almost like a setup, like very Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right?
Yeah.
At least that's how I felt.
Oh no, it's
the setup is pretty much on par with other small town movies.
Yeah.
But when we get into the cleaning, the deep cleaning of this area, how did you like it? Like, because then like this movie didn't feel cheap. I mean, it's $5 million, but I guess $5 million now is pretty cheap.
That's pretty cheap, yeah.
Right.
But I'm like, really? I mean, you have the animatronic, which is all live,
all practical.
Is all practical. Yes. So you save that money on that CGI crap.
Oh, thank God, because if they CG'd this, it would have really sunk the movie even deeper down. Oh, one thing that I do have to mention before we get into the dough of it all is that this movie was produced by Chicken Soup for the Soul production company.
Interesting.
Which, man, I haven't heard about them since elementary school. If you guys don't know what Chicken Soup for the Soul is, it was like a book about adversity and then getting through it.
Yeah, and it was just short stories that were supposed to make you feel better about yourself.
Right? You're like, oh, my life doesn't suck as much as these people's.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we start the movie off. Nicolas Cage never really speaks in this movie.
He does not speak. He makes a couple sounds playing video games, but other than that, no.
He has so much bravado that he doesn't need to speak in a movie, which is awesome. His Camaro gets messed up by these the spikes.
Yep.
And he gets picked up by this tow truck guy, chewing on what I thought was a cigar. Turns out was beef jerky, or like a really thick Slim Jim.
Yeah, this is a meat stick.
And man, this guy talks a bunch.
He does.
He was just like, well, man, where you from? Oh, you one of those don't look back kind of guys. The past is in the past. Well, damn. But I was like, listen, if the guy's not talking to you, just shut up. Just do your job.
I guess there's just some people who like to talk just to hear themselves talk.
Oh, gosh. I know. I worked retail, so I know that. But when he gets propositioned working at this place, apparently this town does not have internet, so he can't use the ATM.
Yes.
Therefore, he can't use his credit card. And he's just like, oh well, oh damn, SOL.
Like $2,000.
It's like $1,000.
Okay, because you got to get new tires, and then the tow.
Yeah, the tow was $250. Tires are typically like $500, and then $250 for the labor, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, God damn, SOL, man, you don't have no cash on you. Well, I guess you go work. You want to work it off? And I was like, okay, maybe he has to like work for a week. And he's like, no, you just have to work at this place for one day. And I was like, that's a little suspect.
Yeah. It's $100 an hour for a 10-night or a 10-hour shift.
Right.
Yeah.
So we get to
No wonder he's working so hard.
So we get to Willy's Wonderland. We see a young girl splashing gasoline all over the building. She gets arrested by this old lady who looks like she's in every horror film ever.
Right. Yes. Definitely a familiar face.
Yeah, she's in Speed. That's all I gotta tell you. I was gonna be like, what the hell is Speed? He's a Keanu Reeves classic.
Yeah.
Right?
We'll probably have to do a Keanu month at some point.
Easy. That is an easy movie.
Yeah. We'll do all the John Wick movies in one day, though.
And so she gets cuffed up back at their trailer park home.
Yep.
And then we see Nicolas Cage at this place, and they're like, "You just got to clean it up for the day, and by tomorrow, I'll have your car all spick and span there, Hoss." Because he's from Texas,
right?
Those aren't the words that he uses, but I know that's how Texas people talk because my friend moved there, and he came back for vacation, and all of a sudden it was y'all this, y'all that.
So he was watching the
Dallas.
The Dallas Peppa Pig.
And so Nicolas Cage really starts off his night shift. He's doing a pretty good job. He's kind of the employee that every employer wants.
Right, and he gets an employee t-shirt.
Right, he gets an employee t-shirt. But before he starts his job, the guy tells him, hey, make sure you take your breaks.
Yes.
Which, man, he sticks to throughout this whole movie.
Right.
Like he's on time. Every time that thing beeps, he's off to the pinball machine with his punch soda.
Yeah.
But as he's cleaning things start to, bump in the night, right?
Right.
And then his first encounter is, I believe, in the toilet against the turtle.
No, he the ostrich.
Oh yes, the ostrich.
Yeah.
Man, it's
because it's a dark and dirty place, and as he's cleaning, you just kind of ever so slightly see the animatronics move in the background.
Like the eyelids go a little bit. It's like they blink a little bit.
Or he moves across the room and the heads just turn a little bit to follow him.
Yeah,
it's pretty creepy. Right,
which one thing is just I don't like animatronics.
Yeah.
They're weird, right? And so, when he first encounters this ostrich, you're like, "Oh shit, he's gonna get fucked up." But no, very calmly, he just dispatches this ostrich, rips off the spine,
with his mop handles,
and just dispatches it, right? Meanwhile, we have the girl who's trying to burn down the building, and her friends want to go to the building to burn it down because they feel like it is a symbol of evil.
Yes.
And so that's another subplot that's really going on. Really what we're trying to focus on is Nicolas Cage cleaning
Right.
It's an hour and a half of Nicolas Cage cleaning. But as he dispatches all these animatronics, he is cleaning at the same time.
Right. And after he dispatches, he cleans up the body. Like, he's not going to just leave a body he dismantled.
Yeah, he puts it in a trash bag, puts it neatly next to the door.
Right.
He's like, I'm going to take all this out all at once.
Yeah.
And then second one.
The door is locked from the outside, chain locked.
Yeah.
So he can't escape.
Exactly. Oh, no, we find out because he tries to dispatch the body.
Yeah.
But he's like, that's when he just leaves it next to the door. The next one is the...
gorilla.
It's a gorilla. It's the gorilla in the bathroom. And all of these kills are almost like... They're almost real bodies. Because...
It's a really kind of cool effect that they do. He's fighting animatronics, but just like I always thought they did a really good job doing the same thing in Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
And it was like Samurai Jack it was like a kid's cartoon, but he would always fight robots. And that way when he cuts the robots in half, it could spew oil all over the place. And it looked like blood, but it wasn't blood because it was a robot.
Yeah.
This is the same kind of thing. Like every time he like punches, they would start to like leak oil and splatter oil on the walls. But it was always like dark and dim in the room, so it looked very blood-like.
Yeah, and it's awesome. It's awesome, and also, you know what, man, Samurai Jack. Just a little side tangent. Voiced by Phil Lamar from Mad TV. He's the UPS guy.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And also
I watched
dude,
that cartoon forever.
And also the dude who got his head blown off by John Travolta as he was talking about Royale with cheese on Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Dude, Samurai Jack was totally not good for kids though. It was ultra violent.
Right.
But yeah, no. So as the kids come to Willy Wonderland's, the girl, our main girl, is like trying to get Nicolas Cage's attention, and he's like, I'm gonna get you. You have to get out of here. We're gonna burn this place down. But Nicolas Cage wanting his car to be fixed, and him knowing that he has to finish his job to get the car fixed.
He's a dedicated employee. Even with things trying to kill him, he's like, nope, I got windows left to do.
Listen, recently on social media, they showed this guy from the New York Transit Port Authority, whatever. He was cleaning one of the tunnels, and this homeless guy shat on his in his mop bucket. Did you see that?
I did see that.
I was like, yo, the moment that happens, I'm done. If something is trying to murder me, I'm also done.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, because $1,000 is like, meh. I don't know if it's worth all this, right? But hey, it's better than working at a street corner, right?
True.
No, and so the kids are. She sneaks into the what's it called, the vents. These huge vents for this little building.
Because the kids are dedicated to burning this building down because they feel like that's the only way they're going to stop the animatronics.
Yeah, this evil.
But she is also like, we cannot kill an innocent person. We know he's trapped in there as a sacrifice.
Yeah.
So we have to get him out before we light the building ablaze.
Well, yeah, because then, like, if you think about it, if they do that, right? What makes them different from the adults that have been feeding? Right. And so she wants to keep her morality in check.
Yeah.
And so she tries to get him out. She's sneaking through the ducts. She almost gets eaten up by the alligator that's in the ducts.
That was pretty creepy too.
But the creepiest animatronic is the one she faces as soon as she gets inside.
Yeah.
Which is Siren Sarah.
Yes. She's kind of like a human anime Tinkerbell.
Yeah, it is disturbing of how lifelike everything else but her face looks like.
Right. And she definitely she's quick.
Oh,
she got moves and she can flippy flop around.
Oh, she has like those poltergeist moves. You know, those exorcists who
from shadow to shadow.
Walls. Yeah. But all of she fights her off to the point where like Nicolas Cage comes in to see what the commotion's about and falls onto him.
Yeah.
Right. We have one of the kids outside. We have to is like, we have to get Liv, and it's Chris who has a huge crush on her. Super obvious, right?
Right.
And so they're arguing on the rooftop. One of the guys, I forgot what his name is, and I'll feel kind of racist if I was just like, yeah, the black guy. The guy with braids. There you go.
Right. The player.
Yeah. The player, the guy with the girlfriend with the fat ass.
Yep.
He's doing the smart thing. He's like, I'm getting out of here.
Right. Yeah.
Like Liv is doing things that she normally wouldn't do, and she's gonna put all of our safety in trouble. And then this is where we get our motto: just because you kiss ass don't mean you don't get ass.
Yeah. Because
Chris is like, no, we have to save him. They get in a scuffle and they all fall into the restaurant.
Yeah, kind of fall through the roof.
Yeah, they
into the ball pit.
Into the ball pit, right? And all these kids are just machine fodder.
Oh yeah.
Because they all get dispatched pretty easily.
Yeah.
One of them, in very classic horror fashion, as they're doing it.
And it's interesting because Nicolas Cage very much has self-preservation, and he will kill an animatronic that's coming after him. Not so much throwing the cares at when kids are getting chopped up.
Well, because that wasn't in the job description.
That is true.
Right?
That is true.
We know this because at one point, when Liv is going against the chameleon girl,
yeah,
right, who had just dispatched Chris,
yep,
because she had tricked him into saying, "I'm not evil. I just got caught up in the wrong crowd." He's about to fight chameleon girl until his watch goes off, and he's like, "Oh, it's break time."
And he just hands her over the knife and then just walks out.
Which is...
Goes and has a punch drink and plays a couple games of pinball.
You know what, though? This is probably the most accurate description of an employee ever, right? I remember when I used to be assistant manager at the UPS store, I was talking to one of the UPS guys.
Right.
And he's a little bit more chill. He doesn't work as fast, but he does his job correctly, right?
Yeah.
And he's telling me, he's all like, "Listen, man, as long as you do your job, they can't fire you. Doesn't matter if you do it like 100% faster or if you wait until the last minute to finish it all. You're still doing your job, right?" So Nicolas Cage embodies that. He's like, "I'm going to do my job, but I'm also going to take these breaks."
Right. Yeah. It's like the old Wile E. Coyote when the sheepdog was trying to catch him.
Yeah.
And they would be enemies, and then you hear the boop lunchtime bell, and they would just stop midair, and they'd be like, "Come on, Frank. Okay, Willy." And they'd go and have lunch together, and then they'd come back, and it'd be like, boop, and then they're enemies again.
Well, that was one of the funniest things I always thought about history was during the American Revolution, they would take time to have tea. They would have tea breaks.
Right.
Because yes, you're at war, but you're still civilized.
Yes.
So a break.
What are you really fighting for if you're not taking your tea breaks?
Oh man, yeah. So, but the moment that the clock, this watch says, "Hey, it's work time to work," he dispatches another animatronic, right? Yep. And so the cops come because one of the kids calls the sheriff and is like, "Hey, Liv is here with us."
Right, and that's actually the first time you kind of get the idea that Liv is somehow related to the
to the sacrifices.
means something to the
sheriff.
To the sheriff.
Yeah, and we do learn that the sheriff had taken in Liv as a adopted child. Right,
because she hid as a child. She hid it during one of the Willy Wonderland slaughters and actually survived the night.
Yeah, and so what we learned though is that Willy Wonderland was the owner of Willy Wonderland was doing all these mass murders in this store, right?
Right. He was a serial killer. He was using this to attract families to kill
in his super fun time room.
And then eventually all the employees that he had hired ended up being serial killers also.
It almost is like a plot of an American Horror Story.
It totally is. It could be, yes.
But before they got caught, they all committed a ritualistic suicide.
Yes.
So now they all pretty much chuckied the hell out of all these animatronics.
Yeah.
Right? And we learned that Liv is one of the children that survived the sacrifice. And so, but they see that the sheriff and the deputy, I assume, sees that Nicolas Cage is dispatching all of these animatronics. And so she's trying to say like, hey, Willy, because they apparently made a deal.
Yeah.
It was like, he doesn't represent us. And trying to bargain pretty much with this animatronic, right?
Right.
Because they feel like, oh, these things are super powered up. And even if we dispatch them, they'll just like possess something else.
Yeah, and so it's kind of you. They don't really specifically say it, but it's kind of like you get the idea that it's a once a year they have to sacrifice a person to the animatronics.
Yeah.
Or else the animatronics actually leave Willy's Wonderland and kill somebody in the town.
Yeah, and
so when a stranger comes by and he gets a flat tire, that's probably the person you're going to get rid of.
Right. See, this is why you stick to main highways.
Oh yeah.
Never take a shortcut. You know, that's like going in a cabin in the woods. You're like, hey, I can cut our time by 3 hours. It's like, no. I'd like to stay alive. So,
right.
So we'll just stay on the main road.
Yeah. Well, I want somewhere where if my tire pops, eventually somebody will pass by.
Yeah, but then usually the person who passes by is a part of the town.
Yeah, right.
You know,
yeah.
I remember one time, maybe like 4 years back, I was in California and we were trying to drive back home. But then, of course, during the summertime, there's fires.
Right.
And we had to go like 3 hours out of our way. And at one point, we were like taking back roads. And I was like, oh, this is how we die.
Yeah. Yep.
I looked at the person who was on my passenger side. It's like, we're going to die. My tires are gonna pop, and then some dude with like missing teeth is gonna come. He's like, I could tow that for you.
Yep.
Oh man, but yeah, we see that the sheriff is he ties up Nicolas Cage, and he's like, just die. You are our sacrifice, so just die. Nicolas Cage, being Nicolas Cage, dispatches 2 other animatronics. One with his hands tied behind his back.
Yep. Yeah. While honky tonk, what is it? Right foot in, left foot out, kind of. What I would say, it's some song that people know.
Oh no, it's like some backwatered hokey pokey song playing.
Yes, yeah,
yeah. And while this is happening, the Senior Turtle is trying to attack Liv because the deputy is like, oh, I have to set things right.
Yeah.
And then that one gets dispatched, right? She tries to make her way back to Willy Wonderland. But by the time that happens, Nicolas Cage has dispatched Siren Sarah and Chameleon Gal.
Yep.
And then we get what's it called? The sheriff. No, sorry. Nicolas Cage, after killing those other 2 animatronics, puts their body outside. And the sheriff sees, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
She goes, GDSOB. And she's like, hey, gets him by shotgun. Is like, hey, I know you're tough, but you're not faster than a speeding bullet.
Yep. And she brings him back in, and she's like, okay, Willy, here he is. Take him.
Take him and be quiet for the rest of the year. The lights flicker, and she gets chopped in half, Jason style.
Right. Because you got giant, wily...
it's a weasel.
Weasel.
Yeah.
Weasel claw. Giant weasel claw ripped her in half.
Right. And for the first time, we see Nicolas Cage having a hard time against one of these animatronics.
Yeah.
He's getting slashed. But apparently, this weasel does not know that Nicolas Cage has duct taped his entire torso.
Yes, because every time Nicolas Cage gets hurt, he duct tapes the cut on his cheek so he doesn't need stitches.
Yeah.
Duct tapes his torso where he gets some broken ribs. Yeah.
And then he puts all of his punch soda in his burlap sack. Like some military kids about to haze the new kid.
Yo.
And he puts the the broken mop. He tapes them together.
Yep.
And is kind of like a mace and sword situation.
Yeah.
Because he beats the hell out of this Willy, this Willy Weasel. It is easily dispatched. Man. And then the movie kind of just ends. We see what's it called? We see Slim Jim outside doing donuts in the Camaro.
Right.
And he's like, hoo-wee, damn, that's a good ride. Gives it to Texas, who apparently has just been collecting people's sweet rides.
Right. And then he he peeks in and he realizes the entire place is clean.
He's like, God damn, this whole thing is clean. Maybe I could open it up. and then Nicolas Cage comes out. He asks for his key, and he's like, that's one tough hombre.
Yep.
But before Nicolas Cage rides off into the sunset with Liv.
Right.
We see Siren Sarah actually still alive.
Yeah.
And she blows up Big Tex and Slim Jim in the car. Which, unfortunately, like, they're, like, kind of upbeat. They're like, well, there's no more. And now maybe I could open it up and call it Texas Turf. It's like, well, damn, Hoss, that sounds like a good idea.
You are so bad at impressions, but that's pretty dead on.
It's funny, if I watch something enough, right? Like, I think for a while I was watching a lot of British shows. I can get it down. I can get the accent down if I watch it enough.
So you have a whole week of watching Peppa Pig.
I'm not going to watch Peppa Pig. There's a lot of other British shows I can watch. Yeah, but the southern or whatever, the country accent, super funny to do to me, and for me to do, I don't know why. But yeah, so kind of just really just ends off there, right? Nicolas Cage drives into the sunset with Liv. He realizes, I think he has to take care of this girl now, so he's like, here's a punch soda.
I mean, yeah, hopefully you enjoy that, because that's all I eat or drink.
And the movie kind of just ends there. Colby, okay, all right, before I tell you, do you have any theories about this movie?
I kept trying to... They don't tell you. They don't tell you anything about Nicolas Cage. There's no backstory on him. There's no nothing. So I was like, I don't know if, like, his family got killed here, and he was on his way here anyway, or if he's just was like, just that kind of guy where it's like, hey, I made a deal to clean this place, and so I'm going to clean it because I need my car back, because he does have a sweet ride. Yeah, I was very interested in getting more info. Not that you need it.
No, yeah. You definitely don't need it because there's no dialogue. There's no indicators at all of what kind of movie this is, right? But the thing that came to my mind, right? Just like how only a ninja can kill a ninja, only a demon could kill a demon. This is the
so he's like,
this is the untitled
Drive Angry sequel. I did think that as well,
because really the amount of care he has for his whip, his ride, his hoopty, is unrivaled, just like in Drive Angry, right? And now if he had driven in on a motorcycle, Ghost Rider, easily.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Oh man, I think. But is this movie? Do you feel like is gonna have a cult following?
Oh, I can't imagine it wouldn't. Yeah, this is like Alamo Drafthouse is gonna like play this at Halloween and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes, because there's already talks about a sequel.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a good sequel to have. This is a good sequel.
I wonder if he would also not talk in that.
All right, I think he has to not talk. Yeah. He just has to make the grunts.
Right. There's that part where the music starts. He's playing pinball.
Yeah, that's
and
what
he
I was
does
about
like
to
a
talk
little
about.
dance.
which is probably one of the best parts of this movie. Because it's just so it's just so displaced. It's not even like, you think about it, you're like, why is that scene in here?
Right.
And then the moment it's over is like, why wouldn't that scene be in there?
Yeah.
Now the question is though, is the girl gonna be in the sequel? And will she have any lines in the sequel, or will she be like sort of that loudmouth sidekick?
Who also kicks ass?
Who also, well, she has to kick ass if she's gonna hang out with the janitor.
That's, yeah.
Because that is Nicolas Cage's official name in this movie is the janitor. Also, do you have any details that you loved about this movie?
One thing I thought was very, like, kind of interesting is he did not like being dirty. Yep. After every kill and after every clean, he goes and washes his hands. Like when he takes breaks, he washes up. You get horror movies where somebody gets splattered with blood, and like 45 minutes later, they've still got blood. Like, it's like 3 days movie time, and they've still got like blood on their face. Here, every scene, like you. And it's not just it doesn't go away. He goes and he cleans. He throws away his shirt and puts on a new employee shirt, so he's got a clean shirt on. Yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing attention to detail, right? I love that. Just like how in Silent Hill, the movie, the girl, the mother that was in that movie,
yeah,
her white shirt gets dirty and dirtier the more deeper into Silent Hill she goes.
Oh, yes.
And it's like it's like a metaphorical thing, right? That's pointed out, or like as you watch it, you're like, oh, okay, that's what I understand from it. And so this one is almost like video game like.
Yeah.
Right? Because in video games, the moment he drinks his punch soda, it's like his health goes back up. So obviously he has to look good again.
Oh, yeah, yes, it's his mana drink.
Yeah. It's his potion. That's what it was. Oh man, what did you think about the designs for the animatronics used?
I loved it. I worked for like 3 years at a Pistol Pete's Pizza, which is like a Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. It had the show selector and the things. It had the gorilla which was very similar to this gorilla. It had a mouse instead of a weasel. Oh. No, was it?
It couldn't be a mouse.
No, it was a
Chucky.
bear. It was a bear.
It was a bear.
A bear instead of the weasel. So yeah, you get a bear and a mouse, and you mix them together, you get a weasel, I think. So.
Okay. So because you worked at this type of establishment before, as you were closing up, did it ever freak you out?
Oh yeah, no, I definitely had nightmares that those things were. Yeah, especially like there was a curtain that closed around most of the people.
Yeah.
But then like at night, like the air conditioning would turn on, and the curtain would start to like flutter a little just in the air when the air conditioning first turned on. Yeah, that's definitely creepy.
Okay, so it's always funny, right? Because in every occupation that you have to either close at or do graveyard shifts at,
yeah,
right? It's always like creepy, no matter what. Like your brain's like, you've done this for like 3 months. You should be all good by now,
yeah,
right? But it's still like something in your brain is like, no, there's something down the hall, or did that animatronic just blink at me?
Right. Yep. And the fun thing is like that we would, I don't know, it would occasionally happen. So they had this like with the Pistol Pete's, there was a show selector, and there was like 16 songs. Yeah. And you would go up and you would hit the button, and it would play that song. And then, every couple months they would switch them out. There was always a couple that stayed. Like Achy Breaky Heart was on there for like 2 years. But in the office, there was a little mini show selector of like 6 songs. And they were like the special occasion songs, where like 4 of them were like birthdays. And then, like the other 2 were, I can't remember what they were. But like the place would be all dark and it would be all quiet, and nobody's up close to the show selector, and all of a sudden it would start to sing. It's because somebody in the office was being an ass and like hit the little happy birthday one, or there was one that was like the ant can't pull the rubber tree plant. That was one of the songs that was on in the office one.
Yeah,
and it was like that was super annoying, and then you just
but you had to do it to the new employee, right?
oh yeah, always.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're like, hey, clean in front of the stage just to make sure. That's like the last thing we have to do.
Right.
And you're like...
Yeah, because you'd have to mop over there because it was tile.
Yeah. And then everyone in the back office is like... Was there like a little thing for you guys to watch?
Oh, yeah, there was a window. Yep. And you could turn the lights off in the office, and then it was totally dark in the office, so they couldn't see that you were in there. Yeah.
All right, so how many times did you do it to a new employee?
I was part of the group that did it maybe 3 or 4 times, but I know probably 30 times it happened while I was working there.
All right, but has it ever happened when you were alone?
No, we were not allowed to be alone.
Oh,
it was
okay.
always 3-person closing crew. It was manager and 2 people.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just saying
that would have been extra super creepy.
Would you have quit?
I would have left. I probably would have come back the next day, but I would have been like, "Oh, the safe is locked, and I will go ahead and leave now."
Your manager calls you like, "Why did you just leave the mop in the middle of the floor?" He's like, "Dude, everything turned off."
It was diarrhea. I had explosive diarrhea, and I had already cleaned the bathroom. I just figured I'd have to leave. I'll come back in the morning and
I had to stop by the supermarket to get bananas and saltines and some Gatorade. It was very explosive. It left an oil ring around my toilet. Right? Because listen, like, for someone who's owned a business, right? It's hard to find a good employee.
Right.
Which Nicolas Cage is everything you want in an employee.
Oh, yeah, no complaints.
Right? But sometimes, explosive diarrhea. Very violent.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but yeah, obviously as an employer, you have to always try to understand and bring down the hammer when you have to, right?
Right.
The moment anything I see moved in this type of situation, I'm gone. Because one of the things that I remember seeing as Nicolas Cage was driving at the beginning is that he had dog tags, which means he's military.
Oh, I did not notice that.
Oh yeah, it was like hanging off his mirror.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah, so like I guess he's been in so much shit before that nothing really phases him.
Right.
At least anything that he could deal with his 2 bare hands
and a mop stick.
Right? Because I was like, man, how is his hands not broken beating these animatronics? Because I guess some of them have a soft exterior, right? But man, it's so awesome when you get to see him pull out the spinal cord, or I believe the alligator one, he pulls off the microchip.
Oh right, yeah, pulls his jaw like Godzilla style, pulls his jaw apart. Yeah, and I like that. Like they say evil things, but they say it in like such a friendly. Like the ostrich is all like, "Hey, we're gonna peck your eyes out."
No, I like the Hispanic turtle.
Yeah.
Wait, I feel. Oh, there you go. Tito Turtle. Wait, let's do all the names, right? If you guys don't know, so we have Willy Weasel, which is the main guy.
Yep.
Siren Sarah. Oh, that's her name. Cammy Chameleon.
Okay.
Ozzy Ostrich. Tito Turtle. Gus Gorilla. Artie Alligator. And Nighty Night.
Which is a knight. With a sword.
Right. Well, a fully functioning sword.
Right. Even though it looks like a giant foam sword. Cuts right through a table.
Oh man, this movie is so much fun.
Yes.
That I really hope that we somehow get a a trilogy out of it.
Oh, a trilogy would be fantastic.
Right. But then, like, I guess you would have to call it different things because it's no longer Willy's Wonderland.
Right.
In the sequel,
and
right?
each one would be like a different haunted. One's amusement park.
Oh,
one's
there you go.
Carnival, maybe.
Oh, let's see. Oh, so it has to escalate, right? So this Willy's Wonderland, a carnival,
Yeah.
right? What was it? What was the carnival that was really famous before? It's like something Brothers.
Like the Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah,
Or Ringling Brothers.
Or Ringling Brothers, right? It'll be like the Johnson sisters. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the amusement park. Or like an adventure dome type of area.
Yeah. Which
would be really... Or like one of those haunted houses. I don't know. Something that he can fight.
Yeah.
Right?
And like each movie, he gains another ally or two. So now he's got Liv.
Right.
And then they'll get like another person or two. So then
I hope it's an Asian kid.
So that by the time they get to...
You know?
By the time they get to the amusement park...
He has extra hands on deck.
4 or 5 of them.
Right. And each of them have a different type of like thing. So like he has a punch soda. Liv has a dino kale salad. I don't know. Something that's like, that she has.
Yes.
And the Asian kid has, I don't know, yakisoba.
Right.
Oh man. The funny thing for me, right, is when he puts his punch soda in the burlap sack. I was like, how are these sodas not exploding? Because he's beating the hell out of Willy Weasel.
Yeah, they're tough cans,
right? I was like, all right, maybe there's some Campbell's soup around that he could really stuff in here. Those have a lot more weight to it, yeah.
Right? And that's a Campbell soup is a heavy duty can.
But when was like the first time I ever saw somebody? Oh, was it like, I think it was one of those movies where they had it was a military school and they put bars of soap in socks.
Oh, yes, maybe Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket. There you go. And I was like, man, that is brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Kobe, where do you want to see this franchise going?
I'm not sure. Like my creativity in my brain doesn't allow me to make good movies. I can make bad ones, but not good ones.
Like Spider Clown.
But yeah, I want somebody creative to take this and make
it into just a trilogy, right? Yeah. I feel like we need some. I want the trilogy as well. I just think this type of movie is sort of the movie where it's fun. Yeah. To have during Halloween.
Oh, totally.
Like you're like, oh, I have to add this to my Halloween rotation because it's everything fun about slasher movies without anything extra. Like it's you have a protagonist that just does his job, dispatches, and has fun doing it.
Yeah.
And then you have all the side characters. Like obviously you have Liv, who told the story, who did the backstory and all that stuff, and then you have everything exterior. You have like the townspeople or something like that,
right? And they do lots of times. You get like a bunch of background on the main character, and then like the bad guys are just there, and they're always a mystery. Here they explained that they're serial killers and that they did this demonic ritual, and then you get the good guy who. No story at all.
Yeah.
I thought that was a kind of an interesting twist also. Yeah,
because obviously you're like, the one thing that you learn is that this dude is badass. One of the kids even says it after he sees all the animatronics dispatched in trash bags. Yeah. He's like, oh my God, badass. Right before he gets stabbed by Nighty Night. Because that dude definitely went to sleep eternally.
And just like every group of kids, it's a nice diverse group of friends. Each one plays a stereotypical teenage part.
Right. One of the things that really kept this movie from kind of being a grindhouse movie was that girl didn't show her boobs. She did show her butt. She did, which is
right. And she mentioned that she was going to show her boobs, and then she didn't. But I think it's because it's not the 80s. The 80s would definitely would
Show
have
her
been
boobs.
all boobs.
Right.
And now it's much more about butts than boobs. So I think it would.
I love either.
Into the new rotation.
One of the things though that I could not ever wrap my mind around, right? Which is dude's name with the braids is Dan, and then his girlfriend I believe is Judy, right? When they crash into this spot, she is extremely turned on.
Yes,
you know? She might be one of those like death groupies or whatever,
right?
And she's like, "Hey, let's go into the room where they sacrificed themselves or committed suicide." And then she, it's the room where they would have families do their happy birthdays before they got massacred. She puts on the happy birthday crown, and she's like, "Is it weird that I'm just so horny?" And Dan is like, "Oh, you a freaky freak." And in the midst of this, these people have lived in this town, presumably their whole life, have known the story, have known the history, and still proceed to do it inside of this facility.
Yes. Yeah, and it's interesting because she definitely wants to go in, and he definitely wants to leave when they're outside.
Yeah.
But I guess she flashed a little booty, and he's like, okay, we could stay for a little bit.
All right. Which is just a horrible testament to for men, right? Because obviously I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I would too. There's certain situations in life that for some reason get people going, right? Right. It is weddings and funerals. Mm-hmm. And if you don't believe me, watch Wedding Crashers and see where Will Ferrell says you get the most tang. For a slight second when I saw that, I was like, I wonder if that's true. And thought about going to a random funeral. I was like, oh no, you're a shit person if you do that. Oh man. But yeah, I was just thinking about this. I was like, would I do that? But then again, I also think about it where like I was in a situation back like in my early 20s, and then like some girl was like, hey, come over to my house and let's do it. But hey, just to let you know, my parents are out gambling and I don't know when they're gonna come home.
Right. No, that makes it more exciting. That
right. So
fear of getting caught.
Yeah, but then I fear orgasm. So like, like I was like, I wanted to do it. I did it, but I also had to do it fast out of the fear that I was gonna get caught fast.
Right. Yep.
I call that a fear orgasm. It's a panic orgasm. It's like a lot of things happening: anxiety, fear.
Yeah.
Sexual. And I hope people listen to us more. That way you get a little bit of our lives with these episodes, right? So we're coming up to if this is the first time you guys are joining us, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you check out the rest of the month and enjoy it all. But just to let you know, we do our reviews in 4 sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where are you at?
Oh, I'm definitely Blu-ray. I will watch this movie again multiple times. I will share this movie. Yeah, that's always kind of like a criteria of mine. It's like how much do I want to share this movie with people who haven't seen it? Yeah. Yes,
exactly right.
This is definitely like this is like up there with like Psycho Gorman. Like
Psycho Gorman's
everybody I know needs to see this movie.
Oh man, same with me. This is an easy Blu-ray just because of how much fun it is. I love the practical effects of it all, the simplistic story, but it still it keeps you engaged in it. This movie is just a ton of fun. Nicolas Cage has easily over the years become one of my favorite actors because he just does everything.
He does, and he's got such a like I was gonna say, he's got such a range, and he really does. But like but he always brings it over the top.
Yeah, right. Which I feel like if you ask him to reel it in, he will. But his leading man blockbuster days might be behind him. But he has gained something more than that, which is like a cult following that will forever, or I don't know how long, will show his movies to his kids. Because I'm telling you, if I ever have kids, there's a good amount of Nicolas Cage movies that I'm going to show them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, one of the things that he didn't really take it over the top, and he easily could have, was The Color of Space. Did you watch that movie?
I have not seen that one.
Oh, it is amazing. I remember I was watching this YouTube video. I can't remember what channel it was, but they were explaining the difficulty of portraying cosmic horror. Right?
Okay.
Very H.P. Lovecraftian horror. It's hard to show it because it's so unknown, right? Like, did you read a lot of H.P. Lovecraft?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. And so, like, you know, like, when you read it and the description of it, it's so vague.
Right.
Yet there's, like, this very ominous aura about it.
Right.
And The Color of Space, I think, is probably one of the best movies that portray that mystery.
Okay.
You know?
I'm going to have to go home and watch it.
Yeah, it's totally good. I think it does better than what Annihilation tried to do.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Annihilation, right? With Natalie Portman and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a fun watch. It's readily available on stream, so definitely check that out. But yeah, I like that Nicolas Cage is doing all these movies. And yes, you know, it might be a meme at this point that he's doing all these movies because he has to pay off whatever, or he has debt or whatever. But I feel like because of that also, it's just giving him so much more artistic freedom.
Oh, true,
right?
True. And yes, and he's gotten some kind of off the wall movies, like we did Mandy, like, and that was a very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a lot of ability to. He's got a lot of ability to do these kind of crazy. Do justice to these kind of crazy roles.
Yeah, because sometimes, like, if I ever thought about writing a movie and I was like, I need someone that's just going to give 150%, 2,000, whatever. I need more than 100%.
Right.
And one of the actors that come to mind is Nicolas Cage, easily.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because like I don't think I've ever seen a movie where he's like phoned it in. Like, it's always like, even if it's like
a shit movie.
Yeah, he like 100% there.
You know, and that is Nicolas Cage, you know, can easily be called a has-been at this point, right? Which is, you know, like a terrible word sort of to use, but Nicolas Cage isn't. He doesn't feel like a has-been like Steven Seagal does.
Right. Right. No, very much.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of makes it special, right? Because man, I tried to watch a Steven Seagal movie like from the last couple of years, and I was like, this is dog shit. Like, there was a movie he did with George St. Pierre, the UFC fighter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
GSP. And I was like, there's no fucking way Steven Seagal is beating GSP. Like, the move, like, he's not even trying with the martial arts anymore. Like, please, if you're going to continue doing action movies, get in shape, dude. Like, yeah. Because this guy looks like he has a hard time getting out of the car, let alone doing karate moves.
Yeah.
But Nicolas Cage, man, still one of my favorite actors.
Definitely.
No
And I
what.
think I feel like I appreciate him
even
more now than I used to.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, you know, he had all the classics in the 90s, but man, he's just easy. All right, guys, if you guys haven't checked out our show notes, please do. We have all of our Amazon affiliate links there. You guys are going to go shopping on Amazon anyway, so why not help out the show by using our links?
And, of course, we've got our Facebook, and that's probably the easiest way to get a hold of us if you want to tell us how much you love us or tell us what we said wrong, correct us. Please feel free to. And certainly send us in suggestions and show us some love.
Yep. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out who does our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage, and it's on her album Music for Podcast 3, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.